It's LG's first flagship device since dropping the Optimus brand name. It's also the first smartphone to feature the volume and power buttons on the back. I'm Hayato At, you're watching Tech for Geeks, and this is the LG G2 for T-Mobile. So what we're looking at here is the LG G2. If you don't already know, it's the company's latest flagship device, and it is coming packed with some of the latest and greatest screaming internal specifications out there. It's coming with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 processor clocked at 2.3 gigahertz. It's one of the newest, one of the very first smartphones to have the 800 processor in it. It's got 2 gigs of RAM, a full HD 1080p IPS display measuring in at 5 inches diagonally, a 13 megapixel camera capable of shooting in 1080p at 60 frames per second with optical image stabilization, a trend in 2013 smartphones, and it's just so much incredible specs. It's got a 3000 milliamp hour battery, just all kinds of things packed into this device. If we look at the box itself, it's this nice colorful blotchy paint splatter design, kind of interesting. LG at the top with "Life's Good" right there. If you don't know, that's actually not their. That's actually not what LG stands for. It's Lucky and Gold Star, the original companies that merged to form LG. So here is the device, and I gotta say, just having held it, the phone's we already unboxed it and took the plastic off and all of that. It's really more for taking a first look at the phone, but yeah, that 5-inch screen is just ridiculous. The lack of a bezel around there is incredible. So you can tell LG put a lot of thought into this design. Really clean front with the LG logo down here, and really nothing else besides the front camera, the proximity sensors, if you can see them right there, and the earpiece speaker. On the left side, there is nothing but the ejectable SIM tray. If I can get the light in there, there we go. On the right side, we have nothing because the buttons, as I said earlier, are on the back of the phone. Now, taking a look back here, you can see this nice shiny pattern on the back, and my fingers are already smudging all over the device because it's got this slick hyperglaze-like plastic backing. Really nice, smooth LG logo right there. It actually feels kind of nice in the hand. It's I don't know what they use to make that. Right here we have the power button in the middle, which is kind of raised, if you can see that. We have the volume up and down, and there's that 13 megapixel camera with the LED flash next to it. Down here at the bottom, there's nothing really besides the carrier branding right there. It says T-Mobile and made in Korea. Let's see, looking on the bottom, you can see there is the micro USB port, headphone jack on the bottom, and the speaker grills on both sides. And on the top, there is nothing but the noise-canceling microphone and an IR blaster right there, which is very interesting. It's nice to see that. You know, a lot of people really enjoyed the IR blaster on the HTC One and the Galaxy S4, so it's nice to see that on more popular phones. So once you turn it on, you can really just be wowed by that gorgeous IPS display. They really do a good job with their displays. If you don't know, LG actually makes the panels on a lot of other devices like the Apple iPad and iPhone and all kinds of other products. So one of the nice things about this phone, really nice things I love about it, you can either use that power button on the back, which is kind of odd, a little bit weird to get used to, but you know, it is kind of where your finger naturally goes anyway, so who knows, maybe it'll grow on me. But if you don't like the power button on the back, you can actually double tap the screen in what LG is calling the knock-on, and that actually turns on the display for you. And then if you want to, you can actually double tap in a blank space while you're in the screen to turn it back off. Very nice feature, very Nokia Lumia-esque, and I'm really glad to see that on an Android device. I hope they implement this in all of their future devices. It's a really great feature. Looking back in the box for a second, if I lift up this panel where the phone was in, you can see this welcome guide. It's just a couple of little booklets, as always. This nice G branded SIM tray remover. It's kind of neat. And then we just have a massive wall plug right here. and the micro USB cable. So pretty basic stuff in the box, nothing really particularly special. I'll just put all that back in there. And yeah, that's pretty much it with the G2. You can really, it goes that way, no big deal. So the phone itself, it feels great in the hand, really nice size, pretty small for a 5-inch phone. So it's great to see that. You can just see the phone flies through with that Snapdragon 800 processor. It's super fast, super smooth, and what can I say? The screen is beautiful, the software is fast, and you get this nice choice during the setup. Actually, you can choose to either have the menu button over on this side and the back button on the right side, or you can have it set up the way I have, where it's vice versa. You can do, if you press and hold on the home button, you get the multitasking, and obviously if you swipe up, you get Google Now. Something kind of interesting right there. If you press and hold and move up, there's Google Now, but if you go over here, there's LG's Quick Memo feature, and then over here is VoiceMate, which is kind of their voice assistant. You can see it right there on the home screen as well. So we'll have more coverage on the G2 in the coming weeks. Seems like a great phone so far, and hopefully you guys like it as much as I do. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.